Good YouTube, Cardfight King here, AQUA Life Baby. Alright, so I'm going to do my updated Nightrose deck profile for you guys. There are things that are probably going to change after the video, but yeah, let's just get to it. Starter's Grenache. I don't need to explain him. He's just the best starter for Unflip 2. 4 copies of Mick the Ghosty, obviously. Don't need to explain him. He's at 4 for a reason. 4 Nightrose crits. No reason to explain. Nightrose. I mean, the trigger lineup is very self-explanatory for itself. 4 Nightrose crits, 4 the Banshee crits, and then the stand trigger. And the heal trigger, obviously. Dr. Rouge. Play Dr. Rouge. Don't play that little girl. Play big girls.
No comment.
Oh, shut up. Alright. Next. Grade 1.
Perfect guards, because that's all you need to run.
4 Unflipping Perfect Guards. I do want to test the Banshee Perfect Guard, but I like that Unflip.
Yeah, the Unflip is like 2 key in this deck. Like, the more counterblast you have, the more plays you can get off, in my opinion. So, like, and honestly, in this deck, like, having a Perfect Guard in hand is like key. But at the same time, you can make enough defensive plays where you don't even, or put enough pressure on him where it's like, you might not even need to like call the Perfect Guard. So I feel like this just does more justice, because even if it's a good ride target because you can soul blast it, and like you'll have it in a drop all the time. You can unflip damage. It's just unflipping damage is just too key in this deck.
Yep,
just too much.
Black Steve and I play similar Nightrose decks, so
yeah, without just exception of like maybe
it's like
two
cards, like 2 cards, yeah.
But yeah.
4 Stride Neighbors because it's a Stride deck. Simple.
Right. The best grade 1.
Best grade 1 in the deck. I have him at 3 right now because I'm testing something out. Bones, he's the combo starter of the deck. He's what makes your combos go on offense. Definitely a fantastic card. I would recommend him at no less than 3. But I usually run 4, but I'm testing something out. I put 2 copies of Fatal Shade in. I finally learned how to use this card, and I'm still working on places to use it. Reason why I like this card a lot is because since I've gotten better at soul, managing my soul, having her on the board as another hollow target for like Dragon and other things. The intern, when she dies, you can Soul Blast 1, put her at the bottom deck. When she dies by the hollow ability, Soul Blast 1, put her at the bottom of the deck. And I choose a non-grade 1 card and call it from the drop. So that's Mick the Ghosty, Lazy, Cannoneer, whoever I need. Instead of having to mill 3 cards with Nightrose's ability, I can just use her and keep my deck count, higher than it would be if I used Nightrose's GB2 ability, so that I can get my defensive plays off with Lily. So
yeah, because at the end of the day, like having to mill 3 during your opponent's turn is better than having to mill 3 during your turn, 3 during your opponent's. So you're losing 6 cards to have a defensive play.
Right.
This allows you to be able to conserve cards and just mill that 3, so you're able to like go longer in games.
Right. I've seen people run 3 of her. I still like Belle the Ghosty, but she's definitely earning her place.
Yep, and then 1 Belle.
Then 1 Bale because he's cool.
He's only good for really with.
He's only good. He's only good with Bone.
Yeah,
he's only good with Bone. Outside of Bone, the only thing you could do is like pop him with Lily to get pretty much a free 36k defense, but that's about it. Other than that, he's really only good for 1. So again, he might. And
when you actually do go for the Lily play, like having a Ghosty in the drop actually helps sometimes. So you need that 10k, but Lily is, let's be honest, Lily is really used for the defensive plays, if anything. But since now we have the new G Guardian where it gets you Soul Blast, you get +5 for every increment of 5 cards in your damage zone. In your drop zone, basically. So that's what it is.
And grade 2s.
Grade 2s.
Double King Serpent. I want to see him early. You want to see him as soon as possible, but you don't want to run more than 2 because he will clog, but you want to see him as early as possible. Get him on your gouge turns. Outstanding card in general. Combo starter. One of your combo starters. I own 3 copies of Rook. Thanks to Black Steve, I have my 3rd copy now. I love this card. This card is your beat stick of the deck.
I actually run 4 of this card.
He runs 4.
I run like 13 twos.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, well, see, there's why.
It's just that I want to hit for numbers, for higher numbers. And you put a stand trigger for him, like he hits for 10, put a 10K on him.
26?
That's 26. You restand with a stand trigger, that's 21. He's always he's gonna bait out perfect guards. You call him with the Songer. That's an extra +5 he gets for each face-up card in the G zone. He gets his own +5. It's just so good.
Yep. He's
and like your opponent hits a trigger and it's still hitting. 16K.
He's just an outstanding card in general. All right.
And
3 copies of Cannoneer. Easily one of my favorite cards in the deck. I am definitely thinking of putting him to 4 because I like to see him early game. He's great on first strike too because you get to, if you bring him out, you'll be able to pop like an important card on your opponent's board, especially against shadows if they only have 1 card on board. Pop that card and force them either to go into the Luard Stride or just have to commit from hand. So
yeah,
really good.
I run 4 myself. It's a really good card. And
I run 4 lazies. I'm definitely thinking about cutting him down to 3. But you guys know what lazy does. He makes sure you call cards out. Really good on the Dragoot turn. If you got even if you have like 3 open counterblades, you can call him out, then use his ability to call out the King Serp, and then you have 2 cards on board. Then you can commit from your hand or whatever for Dragoot's ability. But yeah, definitely a good card.
I actually run 3 because I only have 3 in my deck, but it's still a good card.
It's a very solid card. One of the best cards.
If you see it enough, you can just cut one. But
yeah,
that's just player preference. Really, the grade 2 lineups, as long as you have like 3 of certain key cards, you're fine. Like
Cannoneer, Rook, and Lazy.
It all depends on what do you want to see more of, basically. So it's because it's like your first turn stride is mostly gonna be Gouch. Like all depending, because you get the Soul Blaster cards and everything, and call out multiple copies.
Yeah,
cards and everything.
I'm actually thinking about putting in four Rooks because having him loop in the drop zone is really good.
Your main grade 3 you want to run.
You want to ride is just Baby Girl Nightrose. That's it. You guys saw the video on Starlight. Why you don't want to ride Starlight? Same goes for Nightstorm. You want to ride this card. Her defensive ability is too good. She makes plays all over the place, and you just want to be on her. No questions asked. And then we run in what are we running now? So we got 2 Starlight. Here we go. All right,
here's my thing about this card, right? Here's my thing about this card. While its on-stride ability is pretty much the same as Nightrose, the regular OG Nightrose, its ability is better suited on the rear guard.
Yes.
Because here's the thing, right? You're running. Now that you run this, it can fish it out. Mm-hmm. You can get this, or you can set up. I don't see people doing it, but you can set up with that next turn. There's just more combos you can do. But other than that, on a Vanguard circle, it's not doing much for you. Like,
nope.
Here's the thing. After like the Try 3 set, Bushiroad just said, you know what? We're not going to give out any better GB, versions of the GB Strat grade 3s anymore. We're just gonna like calm it down and everything. Some are good, better than none. Like the new Gurgawitch grade 3 is a lot better, but this fails in comparison to the older Nightrose.
And the fact that her ability, her once per turn ability to Soul Blast, grab a grade 1, is only active on your turn, to me kind of hinders the deck. And if that wasn't the case, then it have cause to run Swordmaster Mimics, because you can get a little bit of defense on your turn, but really she doesn't offer you the defensive capabilities her. And you guys know, with decks like Luard, with Gears, with Royals now coming up and whatnot, you gotta have some defense, and you gotta be able to defend yourself. off, and so she just doesn't do that for you. On the rear guard circle, she can make plays. You can make plays, like I said, get Fatal Shade, get Bone, and do things like that. 'Cause she's decent. She's really decent on the Dragoot turn, especially if you don't really have a board. But other than that, she's definitely a 2 of. And then
One Night Storm.
Night Storm. Night Storm's good. Night Storm's a good card. Very good card. At the end of the battle that he attacked, when he's in and he's hollowed, you get to CB1 and call out another card from your drop zone. Definitely a combo extender. I finally got my hands on him, so yeah, outstanding overall. And when you ride him, you get to counter blast 1, soul blast 1, search out a hollow unit from the top 5. Basically, this deck is kind of like you need to ride
Nightrose or bust.
Right, yeah. Nightrose or bust. Kind of like Luard is like Luard or bust. This is more or less Nightrose or bust. Alright, and on to the Stride Zone.
I almost forgot about that.
Okay, Strides. Oh, okay. Alright.
First turn Stride, you want to go into Gouch.
First turn Strides, you want to go into Gouch. We're going to talk about Gouch and G4 Nightrose a little later. But but so far, still 4 Gouch.
The main finisher of the deck.
Main finisher. Songer. Songer is outstanding. Like he said with Rook, get Rook to astronomical numbers. Push for game. You can bring out a Lazy, get Lazy to high numbers. Lazy can call out a Rook or something to push an extra 10 out, and then Lazy can swing in for a big number. So, things like that happen.
Yeah. But here's the thing about him. I kind of contemplated like putting him to 2. I know a lot of people were saying like, no, you don't put him to 2. Don't put him to 2. But it's like, I mean, you already have your field set up with him. You can build up enough soul where it's like, are you gonna really have soul after that, where the second one's gonna be effective?
Mm-hmm. I've been questioning that too, and with the grade 4 Nightrose, a lot of people I've seen are playing that, but they cut 2 copies of Songer instead of Gouch to play him, and I'm thinking about a different route from that because again, with this card is really good first stride, but when I played in the tournament on Sunday and Monday, I would go into him once first turn, and then the next few turns I was going into Songer to push games. I did go into him like once. Like another time because I was able to build up soul through because I finally got my crit triggers and I was throwing them into the soul and it was like, okay, well, I can just build up an easy field from here and get a little bit of power from his ability. But there was another situation where I could have used G4 Nightrose and have possibly gotten the same value out of that turn. So, just some things that we have to test out. But yeah.
And 2 Dragoots.
2 Dragoots. Yeah, definitely double Dragoot. All right, so I know that the GB8 comes out, tomorrow, or today if it's Friday when it goes up. But I'm probably going to either going to cut, if I bring this down, well, probably just going to cut 1 for the GB8. Because I only see myself using 1 really, but I did find a situation where I could have used a second one, but I just went to the Ghosty Stride. So, but yeah, double Dragoot.
Then
1 for setup. Seabreeze because of Seabreeze.
Then G-Guards. 2 Lilies.
2 Lilies, best G-Guard in the deck.
1
generic. And
I don't know. Like, here's my thing. Sometimes I feel like running 2 of this because there are certain times where if you don't have a counterblast for him, I don't see that happening. Mm-hmm. Unless you didn't set up right or somebody spun back your stuff, because that happens to me a lot playing Gears. But this sometimes comes in handy more often than none because if you're ever in a situation like you're playing against like Shadows or something and they they nuke your field, or you're going up against Spectral, not Spectral, the Phantom Blaster Dragon. This will come in handy more times than this will ever do because if you have a soul, it comes in handy. You get plus 15. You get plus 15 because late game you're gonna have more than 15 cards in the drop zone. Just let's
be real. We're gonna have definitely more than 15.
Maybe and possibly like running 2, you'll be able to have more defense.
Right.
That's my opinion.
I mean, for those people who talk about, well, your soul and this, I feel as if the more you play with the deck, the more you experiencing the deck, you'll get better at your soul management. You'll start soul blasting maybe less cards, realizing you don't need to soul blast this many cards to put this many on board. You can put this amount and you'll get the same value. As you get better with your soul management and with the deck overall.
Then you have all your crits to go into the soul.
Right, you got your crits to go into the soul, and you can always bring them out and put them back in. Again, like I said, soul management. Once you get a hang of it, you can start taking more risk, cutting this guy for another one of her. Running fatal shade at 2, at 3 even for ability. Running the new perfect guard, the Banshee perfect guard. Even though we have this, we like Jin. Again, just depends on how you manage your soul. And that's the deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be bringing you matches soon. I'll be recording matches tomorrow at locals. Also, a box opening for the new Fighters collection. So we'll see y'all later. Peace.